Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We have a list of 8 properties today, and interesting, we had a technical glitch we've never had before in the past. The sound was kind of doing a little repeat. It was like max headroom kind of thing. That's an obscure reference, by the way. Cheers if you remember that. Okay, so Milton buyer class this Thursday, 7 p.m. It's a couple hours. The cost to get in is a food bank donation. And because I don't want to charge for the event, but we want it to represent some value to you. So bring something, we'll support a good cause. We'll give you a workbook and coffee and cookies and all kinds of fun stuff. And really some of the best information you can find anywhere. The problem with the internet is that the information's out there, but it's scattered. So what we did was we put together people with about 100 years experience, 5 of us, in the different parts of the home buying process. And we said, what are the best things that we can talk about? And so you're going to learn what lenders look for. You're going to learn about how to buy with zero down, why chasing the lowest rate is sometimes not the best idea. You're going to learn how to beat other buyers to the best homes. You're going to look at how to guarantee that your agent can protect you. We're going to look at 3 incentives for first-time buyers that can lead to more than $13,000 of free money for you. So just a complete walkthrough, much more detailed than a lot of people think. I had the #1 agent for my entire company worldwide come to one of the buyer classes a few months ago, and he said, I can't believe the amount of information you give to people. So that should be a testament for what this class is about. And we've had about 700 graduates. So on and on and on. I could go on and continue, but just come to the class. You'll get a lot of great information. If you're buying anywhere in the next 12 months, it's a great starting place. So miltonbuyerclass.com. You can also register just over there. Thursday night, 8 listings in today's list. So let's get started. 1628 Cartwright Crescent, $449,900. Funny enough, earlier this year they listed for $429,000, but the appreciation has been so rapid. I still think they're in a pretty good spot. I think that 450,000, which is the next one on Johnson, that would even give them more exposure. If someone started their search at 450, they would actually see it, whereas at this price it would be invisible. So we call that double bracketing, and it's an important consideration when you're listing a home. We just met with a family on the weekend, and so we were talking about, 1.249, and I said, guys, you got to go 1.25. So that's what a beautiful property that was. 10,000 square feet of finished space. Anyway, Cartwright Crescent, Croftside model, 1360 square feet. And let's be honest here. When you're taking pictures, why don't you get rid of the paint cans? Take all this crap. Well, at least it's nice to know they cleaned. But take that crap off the fridge or off the counter. Throw it in the fridge if you need to. Just take the pictures without that stuff. Makes a huge difference. Now, it's got kind of a California look with tiles all across the main floor. The fireplace is wonderful. I mean, it's great to watch a movie, get your toes all toasty by the fireplace, but it does change the way that you orient this room and the way you position your furniture. So I think of the fireplace in this model is as much of a blessing as it is a curse, because it actually lowers the amount of wall space that you have, especially when it's open concept and you've got a kitchen right here and you can't really put a chair against this wall here. So 3 bedrooms upstairs. Doesn't look like there's any carpet in the house. And then you also have there's 2 full bathrooms upstairs, and then you've got your finished basement too, which I skipped pretty fast. All brick. I've seen this layout, this floor plan without a finished basement, maybe a little bit better inside, cosmetically more beautiful, that they've sold for $470,000, $480,000. So I wouldn't be surprised if I saw this one sell for $460,000 or $470,000, but it really depends on how it looks in person. They are taking offers on November 28th at 5 p.m. And Form 801 is something in our industry that we need to prove that we have a registered offer so that the public is more protected, apparently, so that they know that there is a real offer. trying to be more transparent with the multiple offer process as an industry. Generally, it's met with mixed reviews by agents on how effective it is. Anyway, the point is that when you see this in the description, there's actually a third paragraph here. We've got client remarks, extras, and broker's comments. Usually the offers being reviewed is put in the broker's comments, and I'd be concerned with it in the second paragraph where everyone in the public can see it on realtor.ca and all the other websites. Is that going to help the marketing process, or is there a time and a place to introduce that after the client's already interested? My concern is that might even reduce the amount of activity on the home because people say, oh, I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to get a bidding war started. So anyway, I think the right place to put that commentary is in where the brokers see it. And then if a buyer is interested, regardless, is they're going to hear about it, but not before they even walk in the door. Okay, Johnson Heights, 450. We've got a Bolton model, 1275 square feet. So a little under 100 square feet, smaller than the Croft side we just reviewed. And so this one also has a finished basement. You lose a full bathroom upstairs, but you gain, I think, certainly better, a more beautiful home in the sense of, you've got all the colors are neutral and nice and stylish, and the furniture complements it well. I believe that's usually a sliding door, so that could have been an upgrade from the builder. The garden door, hardwood upstairs. There's a couple of today's homes that have that. And you got a little baby bed right here, so that makes the room look bigger, I guess. And pot lights, you've got these nice built-ins in the basement. This one definitely looks like it's been taken good care of. So this model is called a Bolton, 1275 square feet. We have seen this layout and this style go for up around this price range, but it is the upper end for this model. I do think they've got a shot at it because it looks like a really nice home. One just down the road on Johnson, listed for about 15 less, and so we'll see what happens with the final tallies and how that one is going to affect this. Walbrook Crescent, 524.9. So we just saw a semi-sell in this neighborhood, and you'll see that this one actually faces a busy street. The other one did not, on Irving Terrace. 1,700 square feet plus a finished basement, sold for $525, and it was in really good shape. It looked very nice. And so this one on Walbrook, for the same price, is like 400 square feet smaller. It just doesn't have the same size. Now it does back onto the park, but I would contrast that with, like I said, the fact that it faces a busy road. That kitchen looks small. Now, sometimes we see homes with basement apartments. Whether or not it's legal is a whole other story, and we've talked about that many times in Daily Homes. But anyway, if you subsidize your mortgage with a $600 or $700 basement apartment rental, then that can oftentimes lead to a very affordable home. So I guess people feel that they could maybe stretch the price out a little bit more to receive that benefit. Now, again, the size is the biggest thing for me that's going to prevent them from getting this price. And so Walbrook Crescent's here. Kids can still play hockey on the street, ride their bike. It's a pretty low traffic street. There's maybe 30 or 40 homes on this street. This is the park behind. That's the house right here. That's the pathway beside it. And then here's Derry Road. So Derry has a noise influence, but it doesn't have a traffic influence on this street. Now, 119 Playfair is 740. It's a little under 2,500 square feet. It's a Heathwood home. And Heathwoods have some cool things. Like they've got this nice tall door here. You've got lots of lovely windows around here. That's the stone and brick on the outside. That 8-foot door really creates a strong impression. And the staircase has a nice curve to it. It's a really nice design, nice layout. And Challinor, there's a home on Challinor that's about the same size as this one, a Mattamy House. Very, very nice home. ended up selling for more than this one's listed for, and they're not that much different on paper aside from different builders. So this one looks lovely. The fireplace, even with the hearth in the front there, really, really, really nice. You've got the split level design like we showed the two yesterday, and I think they've got a shot here. I also like the fact that there's a walkout basement. So if you ever did finish the basement, then you've got just a little more interaction with the backyard. It's a lovely, lovely home. And the lot's a little bit deeper too, almost 100 feet. We were all really, really supportive of this one. We all looked at this one yesterday when it came out and said, wow, this is a good property. Now we're going to switch over to the Oakville Milton Real Estate Board, of which we do every so often. The main list that we look at is the Toronto Real Estate Board, but there's also some properties that are listed on this system that never show up on the Toronto system. So I just had this conversation last night. If you're thinking about buying in Milton, you have to be plugged into both systems to make sure you get all the information. And so there you go, Merritt Drive. There's no inside pictures of this home, but it's a link style. So it's linked by the foundation here, but it looks very much like a detached home. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, and you've got a really big lot here. In the picture, it's right in the heart of Timberley. There's good schools here. I mean, this looks really good. I mean, the one that we showed yesterday on Harvest had an offer within hours, and they were doing the home inspection as I was filming the episode. So that's how fast that one went. If this one's in decent shape, it may find that it sells very fast, because this is what semis sell for. And in the new area, it's even hard to find a townhouse for this price. So next up is McNabb. It's 519. And so I've talked about how I like this layout because if you had older relatives staying with you, they could pull into the driveway, enter through the garage, and have the basement to themselves without ever climbing upstairs. That's a handy thing to have, I think, moving forward. So original cabinets here, which could be painted. You're about $100 a door if you got someone to do that. And the kind of traditional bungalow style with 3 bedrooms that usually aren't that big and 1 full bathroom. And there's your basement there. You got the walkout from the back, which is nice. You don't get that every time. You've got a full washroom downstairs, tankless hot water. Anytime you buy in the older areas of Milton, so anything built before the year probably 1999, is going to have a water softener, because the old parts of town are ground source water. So whereas the new areas have received their water piped into town, so completely different sources. The water in the old parts, it's very, very hard, and so these are either owned or they're rented. So you just want to know that before you buy. And then you also have an in-ground pool, and you also have, they said, a safety fence. It's a little hard to see it in the pictures here. I don't see a safety fence, but anyway, that's what they say in the description. And so for all of this at $519, even if it needs work, this one in good shape, with a nice driveway and everything else, probably goes for close to $600,000. So you do have some upside to renovate this one. Last one is May Court. I'll let you browse through the photos. The link is just down below. But my point on this one is, if you can't see the house in the first shot, it's usually not the strongest first impression. So that's the list for today. If you have any questions, reach out to us. And if you are at all, like I said before, interested in buying a home in the next 12 months in Milton or anywhere, as a matter of fact, come to the buyer class. You're going to learn a lot, whether it's your first home or whether it's your 10th home. I've had very experienced, savvy home buyers and investors come to this class, and they have learned stuff. I've had real estate agents with 20 plus years experience and mortgage brokers come to the class, and they said, wow, I picked up a few things there. So if that's the kind of learning opportunity you want, the solution's right there. Have a great day.